Tonight I want to teach you on a subject I've titled Operating in the Realms of Grace. Hallelujah. It's important that we understand the excellency of grace and the modalities of the Spirit required to function in grace, because it's one of the major spiritual precursors for an impactful life. You already saw from the awards that were given the very young ladies that excelled. You now see clearly that it is not by power, it's not by might, it's by the Spirit. In other spheres of life, you can afford to deploy your experience, your intelligence to get ahead. But when you are doing a business of spirits, especially the Spirit of God, you are going to need a supply from His realm in order to be able to facilitate His agenda. When it has to do with kingdom assignment, without grace, you are helpless. And so it's important for us to understand what grace is and how to function in the realm of grace. Because when you begin to operate in grace, you will discover that natural credentials no longer has the power to make the difference. In the natural, you may not be the best, but when grace comes, grace qualifies you. This is why it's important, and this is why God can tell every one of us to participate in the enterprise of kingdom advancement, because He knows that the advantage we have is not in our natural abilities, propensities, or capacities. Everything we can do for God is predicated upon the grace of God that we have been able to lay hold on. So anybody can be used of God to do great and mighty things, but you must understand the place of grace for you to be able to impact your world. Hallelujah. I learned many years ago never to rate people in the kingdom by their natural abilities, because sometimes those who seem to have the best of natural abilities becomes the biggest limitations to the work of God, because they tend rather to depend on themselves rather than the grace of God. And when they begin to advance, they discover the race is not to the swift, neither is the battle to the strong. It's of the Lord that showeth mercy. When spirits are involved, your natural ability is useless.